Welcome Primary 5, Ms. Ahmed is with you. Today we will finish lesson 1 and we take part 3 from it. Lesson 1 in unit 3 is talking about food relationship. You remember we take the predation and we take the symbiosis, and we take that the symbiosis is 3 types: mutualism, commensalism, parasitism. And we started with the parasitism, and we know that the parasitism food relationship, it's one of the living organisms get benefit, which is called parasite, but the other get harm, which is called host. And we also know that there is 2 types of parasitism: internal parasitism and external parasitism. Let's start with the internal parasitism. In the internal parasitism, the parasite lives inside the host's body. Okay, okay. Internal parasitism, the parasite lives inside the host's body. Okay, it feeds on the digested food, cells, and tissues of the host. One more time: internal parasite, internal parasitism, the parasite lives inside the host's body and it feeds on digested food, cells, and tissues of the host. Examples for internal parasitism: liverworm, tapeworm, scarisworm, larvaworm. That's the tapeworm, and and also we have the bilharzia worm. Okay, the examples for the internal parasitism in which the parasites live inside the host's body, that's the tapeworm, and also that's the tapeworm inside the host's body, and that's the bilharzia worm, and that's the shape of the scaris worm. Okay, let's know now the external parasitism. In the external parasitism, the parasite lives outside the host's body and feeds on sucking the blood of the host. Okay, so don't forget, in the internal parasitism, the parasite feeds on digested food, cells, and tissues of the host. But in the external parasite, in which the parasite lives outside the host's body, it feeds on sucking the blood of the host. Examples for the external parasites, they are lice, bug, mosquitoes, that's the mosquito. We all know the mosquitoes. Okay, flies and ticks. Okay, that's the shape. Okay, that's the lice, and that's the mosquito, and also that's the lice that live inside the hair. Okay, and that's also lice, and that's the ticks. Okay, all of these insects are sucking the blood of the host and living outside the host's body. Okay, and we have also an external parasite which is called jawless lamprey. Jawless lamprey. Jawless lamprey. That's the shape of the jawless lamprey. That's the animal, as you can see here. That's his mouth, and that's his eyes, and that's his gills. All this opening are the gills. Okay, the jawless lamprey animal, it lives inside the water. Okay, and this picture is his mouth and the teeth of his mouth. The jawless lamprey is an external parasite. It lives on sucking the blood of the fish. Okay, so the examples for external parasite: lice, bugs, mosquitoes, flies, ticks, and jawless lamprey. And you must know that the jawless lamprey is an external parasite that sucks the blood of the fish. Okay, from outside. So we end the types of parasitism: internal and external, and we know the definition and we know the examples of the both of them. Okay, now we will identify the harms of the parasitism. What the harms that the parasitism food relationship causes? It causes some diseases like the filaria worm, which is an internal parasite, causes elephantiasis disease. Elephantiasis disease to man. That's the elephantiasis disease. As you can see, this leg, okay, has an elephantiasis disease, and the filaria worm causes this disease. Some mosquitoes, okay, causes the malaria, and the mosquitoes are very good external parasite, okay, and some flies convey, okay, or carrying the smallpox diseases to man. The smallpox has another name which is plague, okay, and the scaris worm causes the disease anemia, and the filharizia worm causes the filariasis disease. So filaria worm causes elephantiasis, mosquitoes causes malaria, flies causes smallpox, scaris worm causes anemia, filharizia worm causes filariasis disease. So we now finished the verse 2 food relationship, which is predation and symbiosis, and we finished in the symbiosis what? Mutualism, commensalism, parasitism. Now we will take the last food relationship that we have, which is saprophytism. The saprophytism food relationship, okay, in this food relationship, the saprophytes or the decomposers. Did you remember the decomposers that we take in primary 4? The decomposers, they are feed on the remains of the dead bodies. Feed on the remains of the food or feed on the dead bodies. Okay, the saprophytes. Okay, so in the saprophytism food relationship, the decomposers or the saprophytes feed on two things. What these two things? The food remains and the dead bodies. Okay, they analyze or decompose the dead bodies and decompose the food remains. Okay, can you see this picture? It's a piece of bread, okay, and it's considered a food remain. If you let the piece of bread outside the refrigerator for 2 days, you can find these green substances outside it, okay? What is this green substances? It's the decomposers or the saprophytes. The saprophytes, they are very tiny living organisms that feed on the food remains and dead bodies, okay? And it's one of the types of saprophytes which is called bread mold fungus, which is called bread mold fungus. So we have three types of or three living organisms of the saprophytes. Number one, bread mold fungus. Number two, mushroom fungus. Number three, penicillium fungus. Okay, that's the shape of the mushroom fungus. You know the mushroom, all of us eat the mushroom. Okay, and that's the bread mold fungus that form on the bread. And that's the penicillium fungus. Penicillium fungus feed on the orange. Okay, that's a normal orange, and that's an affected orange with the penicillium fungus. Okay, okay. So don't forget that saprophytes is the saprophytes or the decomposer decomposing the food remains or the dead bodies, and we have three examples for the saprophytes or the decomposers, which are bread mold fungus, mushroom fungus, and penicillium fungus. We now finish the lesson. Thank you for listening. Primary 5, Miss Ahmed was with you.